All right, it's just day 7 of the 2018 FIFA World Cup, but you wouldn't know it from all the excitement in the air all over the world. And we're about to bring you a bit of that excitement. We've got our sports correspondent, Promise Efoge, on the ground, live in Russia right now. And hey, Promise.
Yomi, good morning.
How's it going? How's it going there? Finally, we have some African victories taking place yesterday with Senegal.
Yeah, absolutely. I said this yesterday morning. I said Senegal could take some positives from the negatives that African teams have so far recorded at the World Cup. They really would look at the likes of Nigeria, look at the likes of Morocco, Tunisia, who had lost previously, and want to say, no, we mustn't let Africa down. And that was exactly what we saw yesterday with Senegal. They were resilient, they were resolute, they were strong. It was apparent that they knew what they were doing from the blast of the whistle. Poland played Nigeria in an international friendly prior to the World Cup, knowing that Senegal will be a litmus test for them. We beat Poland 1-0, and Senegal beating them 2-1 again yesterday just goes to tell that Poland do not have the prowess to handle an African team. Good one for Senegal. It's a bright way to start. It just gives us some hopes that Africa might not just be a dumping ground as far as the World Cup 2018 is concerned. It is a huge step for Senegal. You recall 2002 when they made their debut at the World Cup. This was how they went. From the group stage, they beat France, beat other big teams in the group, went all the way to the round of 16, went all the way to the quarterfinals. At that point in time, they looked good enough to beat Turkey in the quarterfinal to get into the semi-final, but some level of complacency set in at that point in time. You know, that team was captained by Aliou Cisse, who is the current coach of Senegal. And that tells you that the Senegalese team is very, very high in spirit, high in confidence, because they have a coach who has tasted World Cup action before, who has been there before, and is inspiring the boys.
Hey, Promise, thank you so much. We're going to be taking your live updates right now from Russia 2018, brought to you by Power Oil. Let's take a look at this report sent after the Russia-Egypt clash of yesterday.
Russia is agog and the celebration knows no bounds. The World Cup hosts have become the first country to reach the knockout phase of the Mondial after a clever 3-1 win over Egypt. A barren first half didn't suggest a harvest of goals in the second stanza, but the dominant Russians dug deep to find a winning formula against a poor Egyptian side. Mohamed Salah started for Egypt, but was kept quiet by a resolute Russian defense until he scored from the penalty spot. 2 matches played, 2 losses recorded as the Pharaohs were drowned in the Red Petersburg Sea. Russia's progress means Egypt's exit from the World Cup, and sad Egyptians here could not be stopped from complaining. Some even called for the sack of coach Hector Cooper.
We came from Europe, we came from Dubai, we come from Egypt. Yes. We spend a lot of time to support this team, to support this player. They should cry, they should do something, they should apologize for our people, for the people of Egypt, for the flag of Egypt, for the national history of Egypt. This is not Egypt that we know.
He don't have many plans. He only have one plan.
Is really bad.
The player back.
Some players were really good, but
we received 1 goal. Second goal. What is your reaction?
The captain of our team scored an own goal. That's totally unfair.
For me, I can lose.
Plus, our coach is really bad. Mr. Hector Cooper is not really good to coach a national team like Egypt. That's totally unfair.
Cooper should be sent away. This is not how we used to play. We love to play attacking football. We're not here just to lose the 3 matches and go home. This was not our expectations in the first place.
Thanks for Cooper, but what I have to say that this is Egyptian Union. They are a mafia. They are full of corruption. They are full of corruption, including the president, including the vice president.
Having annihilated Saudi Arabia 5-0 in their first match and edging Egypt with 3 goals, it is now clear that Russia has the key to unlock Arabian teams.
Russia is going to win the World Cup. After beating us, the best team, but that's okay because I'm the Pharaoh. And I said so. Russia is going to be the world champions.
With 8 goals in 2 matches, Russia lead Group A and continue their forward march in the tournament. It is the end of the road for Egypt, and it is always a bitter tale when the sun sets in the morning. Promise Afoge, TVC News in Petersburg.
Reporting there by Promise Afoge. Thanks so much, and we'll be back tomorrow again with some Russia 2018 updates. We're going to take a break now, and there's more on Wake Up Nigeria. All right, still on the Russia 2018 updates, Promise Afoge is still on standby live in Russia for us, and he's going to be telling us about the Super Eagles' preparations for this Friday's clash with Iceland. Hey, Promise, can you give us a sense of the Super Eagles' preparations towards this encounter on Friday?
Okay, after they lost against Croatia, the Eagles went back to their base in Essen, Turkey, and they have been training twice daily, morning and evening. Of course, they know how important the game against Iceland is. It is a make-or-break situation for them. The game comes up on Friday in Volgograd, a place which has been described as the coldest region in Russia. Certainly, the coach knows what is at stake. I spoke with the vice president of the Nigeria Football Federation yesterday, Seyi Akinwumi, and he said the team is focused, the Football Federation is focused, and what is on the back of their minds is nothing short of the maximum points against Iceland. He told me that the players held a meeting in Essen, Turkey, amongst themselves, led by Captain Mikel Obi, and they have, resolved that beating Iceland is not negotiable. And so they are training. They will leave Essen, Turkey for Volgograd tomorrow, Thursday, to have a feel of the Volgograd Stadium before kickoff on Friday.
How about this comments that we've been hearing about not fielding Mikel as a number 10, which was backed by Mourinho this morning? I mean, we've been hearing about the placements that Raw made in the last match, which was there could have been some errors there. What's your take on that?
Well, certainly I'm not a coach, but Raw knows what is best for him. But sometimes these coaches make petty errors, perhaps when they are not given the right, advices they're about. John Mikel Obi, that we know, have played most of his career as a defensive, midfielder, though he started as an under-20 player playing in the, more advanced role. But when he joined Chelsea sometime 2006, 2007, he was converted by Jose Mourinho into a defensive midfielder where he has, thrived over the years. And so he's more for this, a defensive midfielder. Why a lot of persons have criticized the sense of positioning of the coach is because, yes, we know Mikel Obi can be creative sometimes, but when you have very young players like Alex Iwobi and Kelechi Iheanacho, who are faster, who have age on their side, who can deliver, who can support passes, who can support the attack much better than Mikel, then there is really no need pushing Mikel to that advanced role. Mikel would have done better, just like the captain of Croatia did. I'm talking about Rakitic. He played deep for Croatia. He could as well have played in a more offensive role, but the coach felt that he would be more productive playing right in front of the defense, and I thought Gernot Rohr should have done the same with Mikel, pairing Mikel up with Ogenekaro Etebo and pushing and Alex Iwobi right in front of both of them. he will be playing behind Odion Ighalo, would have been more productive for the Super Eagles. I want to believe that Gernot Rohr has learned his lessons. I want to believe that he must have gone back to watch the tape against Croatia. I want to believe that he would make some changes that would impact positively on our game against Iceland.
All right, all right. I hate to put you on the spot here, but I want you to make a prediction about that match and what you expect that you would see on Friday.
Well, a lot of animals have been predicting as far as the World Cup is concerned.
Yes,
we had the elephant, we had the pig. Well, I can't predict, Yomi. Why? Because football is like biscuit. You never can tell where it will crack. A lot of bookmakers wouldn't have imagined that Egypt will be knocked out of Group A of the World Cup so early. I mean, a group that has Russia, a group that has Saudi Arabia, an Egyptian side that is touted to be the best in Africa. So, I mean, it tells you how football can be. Against Iceland, I have my heart, in my mouth, because the Iceland team are terrific. We saw what they did against Argentina. Same Iceland topped their European qualifiers ahead of Croatia. Same Iceland team ousted England 2 years ago at the European Championships. And so it's going to be a tough game. I want Nigeria to win, but I know it will be a very tough call. Predicting the score of that game, maybe I need to consult God.
Yes, indeed. I mean, looking at what Senegal did yesterday, a lot of people are saying that Senegal didn't necessarily play better than Nigeria. They just demonstrated a lot more passion and willingness to win the match, which is what we hope that we'll also see on Friday. That passion, that desperation to ensure that, this match is won and, Nigeria moves to the next stage. What do you think?
Yomi, football is not all about your percentage of possession. Football is not all about how long you hold the ball or how many crosses you make or how many shots you take on target. Yeah. The most important thing in football, get the goals. It is the goals that will give you the win. And so for Senegal, they didn't really play better than Poland yesterday, but tactically they were superior. They got the goals at the time they were needed, locked up the defense, and that was it. It took Poland some extra effort to get that single goal, which they did, to keep scores, much tidier. And so football has gone scientific. It is much more tactical. I mean, it's not just about how long you can hold the ball. And that we saw with Senegal yesterday. And kudos must be given to Aliou Cisse, the coach of the team.
All right, thanks so much. That's Promise Efoghe live there. Hopefully, we're going to be getting some more updates from you tomorrow as well. And many surprises in this World Cup as well. A lot of the underdogs are coming up. Thanks so much, Promise Efoghe. Of course, this segment was brought to you by Power Oil. We're going to go on a break now, and when we return, we're going to have Mrs. Folorunsho Alakija right here with us live to talk about the Rose of Sharon Foundation.